are on.
Hey, we're working now.
All right. Gonna have to get it together, sir.
We're working now. So dead air is never good, no matter if you're on air or on the radio or on TV.
Yeah.
It's just like we were mimes for a little bit.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
All right. And on radio, there'd be no mind.
We are less than what 4 or 5 days from Halloween. Maybe it's that. Maybe
You think the paranormal people when they're here left us spooky?
no, because they don't. So
They
can't
don't.
come with you.
They can't come with you, right?
Right.
They
So
don't.
anyway,
So
all right, back to where we are.
what's happening then? We're good?
We're good now.
All right. Well, just a little sneak preview right now. The new issues of our Chesterfield, Clayton, and St. Charles City Lifestyle magazines are out. Adam Wainwright, who has gone from being a Cardinal baseball player to a country western star. Yeah. His big organization that he raises money for and awareness is the Big League Impact. So inside each magazine, of course, is a fabulous story about Adam Wainwright and what he's doing to change betterment of people's lives. But we got some great.
It's got to be hard. I wonder what that's like for him to change careers.
Completely.
Just an incredible pitcher for the
Cardinals. A little bit easier to become a country rock star after being a rock star out on the base.
He's going to hear it.
No. What I mean is, it's very hard to make it in the industry of music. There's a very select that make it, right? He already had
baseball. There's less of a chance to make it in Major League Baseball than it is in music.
Really?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Well, I guess with only 32 teams, there's only so many placements that you can have. So we already made it big in the arena of baseball.
And here's why. Here's why though, because anybody can get on Instagram, anybody can get on and put their music out there.
True.
Not everybody can go out and be a professional baseball player.
That's right. You can't podcast that, right?
Yeah, you might not be a superstar, but you can at least get your music out there. You can at least be seen, and especially with somebody who has a name like him already as a professional.
Has now catapulted his singing career, right? Yeah, we got a great article. Terry Bradshaw is also coming to St. Louis for the St. Louis Men's Against Cancer. Got a great article in there. So you can go to citylifestyle.com. You can do /Clayton, Chesterfield, or St. Charles and take a look at all the great articles digitally if you don't get the magazine already mailed to your home. So with no further ado, let's hear what the heck Biscuit Town is all around. I don't see any biscuits in here, so that's kind of depressing. So we're going to flip it over to Josh here. And Josh Smith, right?
That's the name.
Yeah. And tell me, what do you do at Biscuit Town?
What do I do at Biscuit Town? I am I guess the proprietor of Biscuit Town.
Okay.
Like that. Yeah.
Everybody loves biscuits.
Yeah.
Most people do, I would say. Yeah. If not, I would have to have a more serious conversation with them.
Yeah, there's something wrong with them actually for those people.
You said it, I didn't.
Biscuits are amazing. We made some yesterday actually, and there's something about the smell and the rising of a biscuit it doesn't matter what you put inside of it, it's delicious.
100%.
So with that, Biscuit used to be a Biscuit Town. When I say used to be, it's not that it used to be, it still is, but you've transformed Neon Greens.
Yeah, so for those who haven't heard of Neon Greens, that is our sort of main gig, our main business. So Neon Greens, we are a vertically integrated salad concept. So what does that mean? That means that we are part restaurant and part farm. We have a restaurant where we serve salads, the freshest salads you can ever get, and a hydroponic farm that is physically attached to our restaurant, where we harvest a majority of our lettuce from.
Very cool.
So that concept, Neon Greens, we're in the Grove, and it's really all about people getting more in touch with the food that they're eating, the folks who are growing it. So it's a whole experience. People compare it to sort of being like the Willy Wonka of salad, and we've been open for...
I don't think I've ever heard anybody...
You should, right? And so we've been open almost 2 years. And
where are you opened at?
We are in the Grove. So we're at 4176 Manchester Avenue.
Okay.
And that is between Boyle and Kentucky. In the Grove neighborhood is great. Lots of nightlife, lots of daytime stuff too. Great for sort of quick, casual on the way to the ballpark or the zoo, all that sort of good stuff. And so Neon Greens, that's our main gig. And then this past winter, in about January of this year, as the weather was super cold and we were just sort of lamenting that we wish that there was just like a super quick, easy, delicious breakfast spot in the Grove that we could go to before work. we came up with this idea for doing what we started as a pop-up earlier this year.
Mm-hmm.
Ran it for a few months. It did super well.
I bet.
We put it away for the summer as salad season got into full swing. And now that the winter or fall is coming back, we brought it back in full force. So now we're open 5 days a week, from Thursday to Monday, every those days from 8 in the morning to 11.
Okay. And I love the way, I mean, so it's very health conscious. Like you said, you're growing your lettuce.
Mhm.
You're putting everything out there. And the same with your biscuits. You're using an organic flour, right?
Yeah, so for us, food is all about intentionality. Food is incredible because you can communicate to people with it. You can show love, affection, you can tell people about your culture. And so when it comes to the salads that we create, everything is very specifically crafted. We tell stories with our food. There are different flavor palettes and combinations, anywhere from Cuba to Japan to wherever.
Okay, wait a minute. Let's go back. Cuba, Japan. So your salads have different, more, I guess it would be like a theme or a culture that you're bringing into each one. What is the difference between a salad in Cuba and a salad in Japan?
Yeah, so we're drawing from just different flavor profiles that are
Okay.
prevalent in those areas.
Is that the dressing, or do they use a different type of lettuce as well for their salads?
Sort of everything. When it comes to the lettuce, we grow our own lettuce, and we have 3 types of lettuce that we grow in house. When it comes to all the fixins on top, we're all sort of food nerds. I am a food nerd myself, and enjoy just learning about other cultures through their food. So a lot of the choices that we make when it comes to the certain salads and dressings and fixins that go on them have to do with dishes that are popular in that country, flavor combinations. For example, when we're talking about Cuba, that salad, or it's actually a grain bowl, is called the mojo verde. And it calls to a mojo sauce that is used a lot in Cuban cooking. So we take that intentionality, whether it's flavor profiles from salads, or when we're talking about the biscuits that
That's
we're
what I was going
creating.
to ask. Now, what about the biscuits then? You're using Butterwood Farm eggs.
Buttonwood Farms.
Buttonwood.
Yes.
Buttonwood Farm
They're
eggs.
super close to us here in St. Louis. They're about an hour-and-a-half drive away. We use their eggs. We use their chicken sausage. We use Janie's Mill flour, which is from over the river. When it comes to intentionality, we're just trying to source ingredients as locally as possible. Really sort of a locally based food ecosystem is a healthy food ecosystem, and
Right.
try and carry that through from salads all the way to biscuits.
All right, so I'm looking right here now. I'm looking at biscuit. It looks like your biscuits are a little square. Is that the way they look? A little
They're
bit?
very square, yeah, but in
They're
a cool way.
beautiful.
I know. I'm looking at the. It looks like the bacon, egg, and cheese. Is what I'm
Yes.
Let's
looking
talk
at.
about what type of
Yeah.
biscuit sandwiches you have then to offer.
So you're looking right there. So that starting right there, we have the Rise and Shine. So that's a version of an egg and cheese. And on top of that, to give it a little extra sort of tang or twang, we have a house-made pickled pepper mayonnaise that we put on top of that,
Pickled pepper,
with
okay.
some fresh sprigs of dill that gives just some lovely sort of freshness to it. Next up after that is the Sneaky Biscuit. The Sneaky Biscuit.
Is that no?
Oh, there you go. That's the
That's
trio. They
the
look
trio.
good together, don't they?
They
This
do.
is Sneaky biscuit.
Nope, you had it right before.
Oh, that looks
Oh.
like dessert.
Yeah, that is dessert.
We're flying through them all here.
The dessert one, so we call that the strawberry situation. And it is
It's gonna create a situation if I ate that.
it does. And it's
That's a beauty.
incredible because it's simple. It's just a strawberry compote that we make in house. It's an almond infused whipped cream, and then we treat biscuits the same way that you treat an almond croissant. And what you do is you take a biscuit that's already been made, you dunk it in an almond syrup, and you bake it off again so it gets all crisp and caramelized.
You do
the
that on all
outside.
your biscuits, or for the dessert
Just
biscuit?
for the dessert biscuit.
Wow. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
So
amazing. on
almond.
that one.
Now you think of an almond cake, like a wedding cake, where they make that. Is it's got kind of that same kind of.
I would almost say this is like elevated county fair food.
Oh,
Oh,
You know,
I'm
that's
in.
sort of
Okay.
the feeling that it has, that the dessert
all right.
specifically.
So we're gonna go back to this one. So what are we looking at?
That's
So
the chicken sausage, right?
that's a trio. So that is one of the combos, and we call that Welcome to Carbville. And it's all the carbs that we have on our menu. So it is biscuit and 2 kinds of hash browns. We have a regular hash brown, we call them plain Jane hash browns, and we have an umami hash
Oh,
brown.
hash browns there. Okay, yeah.
What kind of?
Umami hash brown.
Okay.
So umami, that's it's all the flavors all in one. So it's a little spicy, it's a little sweet, it's a little tangy, it's a little salty. it hits all of the notes.
And here's another trio. I think that's the bacon, egg, and cheese. And
So
then
that's
the one you were
all of
talking
our breakfast biscuits. So that's the Rise and Shine, the Sneaky Biscuit, and the Hot
about.
one.
The Sneaky's the one in front, right?
Sneaky's on the left. So
The
we
left,
got
okay.
the Sneaky on the left. That is a bacon, egg, and cheese, but we lean into the smoky factor. So we add
I love the
smoked Gouda, and then we have
Oh, yeah.
a citrus smoked honey that we drizzle
Oh,
on the
my
top.
You're not messing around.
Okay.
No, we don't.
You are not messing
How
around.
late are you open?
I think you said, what time are you serving the biscuits?
8 a.m. to 11 a.m.
11. So we missed that. We're going to have to get up a little bit earlier.
You
and
can come this
and get over
Thursday,
there.
Thursday through Monday.
Thursday through Wednesday. So those are the only days that you are doing the biscuits?
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, all those
Okay.
days.
And
yes.
then, so what? I love the whole Biscuit Town. I think that's
Oh, I
just
do too.
such a great kind of nostalgic feel.
Yeah.
I feel that you're having there. It's quite amazing that you went from having salads, which is, your roughage, your healthy
Mhm.
meal, to adding a biscuit to it. Decided,
You
enough.
got your two kinds of people. You got your people who don't care about salads, and you get your people.
Oh no,
who
but I'd
do.
get the salad with
Right.
the biscuit sandwich, I think is what I would do.
If you come at 10:59 and then 11:01, you can get both of them at the same time.
So I'd have to order before 11 my biscuits and then walk back up and then get my salad
2
afterwards.
minutes later.
2 minutes
I
later.
know. We need to make like a whole special out of it too. Like a 2 for
Exactly.
1 thing.
Now, do you have any other things on the menu that we've got the salads? Is there any special drinks or beverages that you all carry? Special coffee?
Yeah, so actually we just started serving coffee at Biscuit Town. It's we're
Yeah,
partnered with Coffee
coffee.
Stamp,
Okay.
which is over on Jefferson. They roast all their beans locally here. It's really, really
Never
tasty.
heard of them.
When it comes to neon greens, we have a dessert that went viral about a year ago. It's called The Works. It is a crazy version of a sundae. So we have a soft serve that we do that is half matcha flavor and half Thai basil flavor. It's pretty inventive. And then on top of that, and of course also the soft serve is vegan and gluten-free, even though you would never know. It's very, very tasty. And then on top of that, we put Rice Krispies, but a kind of Rice Krispie that's called ganmai, which is a Japanese puffed brown rice. We make a miso caramel in-house, and then we do a sesame nougatine with smoky almonds that we put on top. And it's this crazy looking dessert.
I have
people go
never
crazy for it.
heard of any of the stuff that you're using, Evan. This is so unique
I know.
and special of what you guys are serving. Very
Thank
cool.
you.
I mean, just the whole taste experience would be completely different from
So-
what you're normally used to getting.
The taste experience and then the experience in the restaurant. And it's hard to describe on radio or verbally.
Okay, try.
So you walk in and you're greeted with this sort of light, airy, light, bright space. And as you walk in, you notice there's a conveyor belt over your head. And you look up to the top of that conveyor belt and you see a window 6 feet up in the wall with a little window in it that opens and closes.
Okay.
That is in the side of our restaurant, and that it's physically attached to our hydroponic farm. So as you're dining, you can look through that window, it's like 6 feet by 6 feet, and see our farmers harvesting lettuce, planting seeds, and taking that lettuce that's been harvested, popping it on that conveyor belt over everyone's head, queuing in
That's
line.
where we get the Willy Wonka
There you go.
experience.
And it goes straight over your head as you're queuing in line, down to a vertical conveyor belt that brings it into the kitchen. And part of what's cool about it is, I mean, of course, there's a
Just don't
novelty
fall
factor
into the
to it.
Italian dressing river.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Oh my
exactly.
gosh.
But what's great is that it connects the dots and storytelling of where your food
Yeah,
comes from.
I
And that's
love
when we're
that.
trying to get people to have more relationship with their food. Being able to do that, to see it coming down. We actually offer tours on Saturdays too. So you can grab a salad, pop up to the farms, and look through our hydroponic chambers. And
That would be a
see.
great thing for schools to do, to come in and
We've had
Oh,
food
yeah,
deals come
I
in,
bet.
families come on Saturdays with kids, grab salads, and then do a quick little tour of the farms.
How long does it take to grow lettuce? Like when you say you're planting seeds, how long does it take to cultivate and create an
6
actual
weeks.
lettuce?
Just 6 weeks from seed to plate. That's
That's
all.
really fast,
It
actually.
really is, yeah. So you germinate for 3 weeks and then we transplant to an area called the cultivation area where they're grown vertically, and we have giant LED panels that light them for half the day.
That probably helps tremendously. Is there a certain
little bit.
temperature that the room has to be where you're growing that lettuce then?
Yes, so we keep it around between 65 and 70. Lettuce likes it a little cooler. And then we keep the humidity on the lower side, which of course we water the lettuce, and lettuce is also about 80% water too,
Right.
or 80 to 90% depending on the varietal. So you sort of have to combat that humidity by dehumidifying at the same time.
So we have neon greens, we have Biscuit Town. What's next on the trifecta? Like, what do
I
you
don't
got?
know. They're
What's gonna
pretty
be the
polar
big thing,
opposites.
yeah.
Where would we go from
They
there?
are.
Much fun to do a speakeasy. I thought that would be fun.
Oh my gosh.
Building it into the biscuit restaurant or something like that. Who
Very
knows?
cool.
Yeah.
That is a great speakeasies. That's like
Yeah.
the new nostalgic type thing
Right.
coming back, from way back. You're gonna have to have a special code then for them to be able to go into the speakeasy.
Right.
Well, Josh, thank you so much. Josh Smith with Neon Greens, but not just Neon Greens anymore. Go ahead and head over to Biscuit Town and indulge on one of those beautiful biscuit sandwiches, or you might even do the dessert. I'm anxious to also try the dessert that you talked about that's a sundae, but it's not the normal one we typically drive up to an ice cream place and get. So I love the variety and the whole different route that you have taken with your restaurant. So thank you so much for coming in and sharing with us. So we amaze ourselves all the time being here and not really knowing what's in our backyard around us, different things. We're always looking for something, different to try, but sounds like you've got it going on over there. So
Yeah.
thank you.
Thanks.
All right. We are going to take it to a break. I know we had quite a long break in the beginning with the Monday madness that we had going on getting the show started, but don't worry, we're going to come back. We'll still be here. We're going to be talking to Nikki Serenity. She is an influencer and a model. Find out what's going on and actually check out a couple cool places that she's went out on the streets to find out about too. So we'll be right back with more of the In Your City show here on the Lou Information Station. We are back here at the In Your City Show, right here at the Lou Information Station. Gosh, Halloween is just around the corner, and it's going to be a good time. We went to a Halloween party this weekend that just passed. We hadn't been in a costume in quite some time, and decided, you know what, we're going to do it this year. So we got a little groovy. We
Yes,
probably
we
should
did.
should have prepared you, and you could have put our picture up. But if you go to our Facebook,
We might be a little groovy.
well, we're actually going to be in costume on our not tomorrow, on Wednesday. Wednesday we're going to be in costume, so you'll have to take a peek at the show to see what we're wearing. Be a little groovy.
Groovy, man.
We'll,
Peace. Like,
we'll be a little.
proud, dude.
Yeah, you know what else is
Keep on
groovy?
trucking. Remember those?
I had a T-shirt that said "Keep on trucking,"
The guy with the foot sticking out. Yeah.
and it had a peace sign on it. My dad got me a big smiley mouth because apparently I talked a lot as a kid, and he's like, "This is a
And the
suit you."
smiley face was in. Remember the big?
Oh
looking
yeah, I
smiley
had one of
face?
those
Yeah.
too. I'm kids even had one of those nostalgic. It was nostalgic when I got it for the kids. It was in style when I was
I know.
wearing it. So there's kind of a little bit of
It
a
is
difference
crazy.
when that happens. But I want to tell about somebody else that's groovy, and that is St. Louis Closet Company. Jennifer Williams, in business for 35 years. You can go over to Big Ben, check out her beautiful location, all kinds of ideas for you, whether it comes to your pantry, your kitchen, your closet, your laundry room, whatever it might be. They've got it all for you to look at, but it's not a one size fits all. So if there's something that you've been looking at doing, like Gordon has this dream cinema theater style wall going in into the, I guess, the family room where we watch movies, and she said she can do it. They can do it for you. And the cool thing is they manufacture everything right on site. So whatever you're getting done, you know, is going to get done right there inside of the St. Louis Closet Company manufacturer,
It's
facility,
all
showroom.
right there.
Yeah,
Yes.
everything's right there. She's an incredible person. If you haven't met her, you'll love meeting her and her team. So thanks, Jennifer. We appreciate you and the St. Louis Closet Company for being a part of the In Your City show since the day we came over here to
Yep.
the Lou Information Station.
know.
So,
So great.
well, with that, we're going to talk a little haunting and a little bit of model all in one person. Nikki Serenity, welcome to the show. We're glad to have you. We were fortunate enough to meet you when you came to our hot list party.
Oh yeah, that was so fun.
And you were a cowgirl.
Uh-huh.
You were there with Vivant. Did I say it right? Vivant?
Vivant
Entertainment, hoping to be beautiful and showing off stuff. And that's what she does, is she has this entertainment company that brings something really extravagant and different to your event to liven it up. And that's what you did. But you're also a model.
Yep.
You're an influencer. And we're going to show one of your great videos. Well, why don't we go ahead and show Nikki out on the street? Are we going to be talking about the new blood bank?
Sure.
All
do
right,
that
let's take a look at Nikki's influencing going on
Hey
out.
St. Louis, grab your friends and take them to downtown St. Louis, to Ballpark Village's Sports and Social, and check out what just popped up this Halloween season. St. Louis's very own Halloween pop-up bar Blood Bank. This place went all out. Blood bags, creepy drinks, and killer vibes. This is a perfect spot for a fun night this Halloween season with your friends, or if you just want to grab some content. Get a themed drink, have some food. They have a full menu. The vibes are creepy and amazing and only here for a limited time. So if you're in St. Louis, you gotta stop by before it disappears into the night. See you at the Blood Bank where the drinks are deadly good. Have fun and don't forget to tell them that Nikki Serenity sent you.
So
Oh,
what's it
so
like? I mean, it looks great from the videos and that. What's it like when you're inside there?
Oh, it's so cool. It's like such a small corner of sports and social, but it feels so big when you're inside of
Yeah.
it. And it's just all the decorations and everything. I mean, you kind of saw them in the video, but it was so much fun. I just brought one of my best friends to get some content there, and we had the best time
I
ever. It
bet.
was so fun.
You know, it was fun watching. We showed off your Creepy World visit last week,
Yeah.
which was a lot of fun. And then you also is Dark World and Creepy World together? Or are they two separate locations?
So they're two separate locations.
Okay.
The Darkness is
Darkness, sorry.
Soulard. Creepy World is in Fenton. They're both under the umbrella of Scarefest. So I think it's like the same owners who
Okay.
make different like haunted
How do you
houses.
pick your places that you want to visit and show off?
A lot of times, like the businesses will contact me.
Mhm.
Either they're having like a content night, or they're just like, hey, we saw your page, we would love to have you do a video at our place promoting us. So yeah, all different kinds of ways: social media, in-person networking events, all kinds of stuff. I'm always networking, so
It's funny. I just started watching. I'm a little late to the party. Emily in Paris.
I've heard of it.
It's really
It's on
cute.
Netflix, right?
Yeah, it's easy to
never
watch.
watched
It's
it.
kind of lighthearted. And of course, she takes this job from America over in Paris, which is kind of cool to see Paris through the lens of the show. But she also gets invited. She starts out with 500 followers. And of course, as she starts doing Emily in Paris and doing these social media, she's all of a sudden, she's like, 30,000, 50,000, keeps growing with everything she's doing. But she gets invited to an influencer where all the influencers are there trying to get the job of,
I didn't know it was
capturing.
about that. I'd like seen it advertised on Netflix and I never watched it.
It's
but now
kind of
now I'm
fun.
gonna have to.
It's that video, I guess, that goes viral. Is there something in your starting of your business that allowed your video to the algorithms to hit right and get out there to build your following?
So it's funny you said that. I just had a video actually from the darkness. It's up to about 8.3 million views right now.
Wow. Do we have that video, Gordon?
I
think we
didn't send
do.
it to you, but
Oh, you did it.
I
Okay.
can send it to you like right now if you want. I can find it really easily. If
You can.
if you can do it from Instagram, it's
I
it's
knew you.
only on my Instagram.
So it's
Nikki
not the
Serenity
darkness
Artist.
that you sent us before. It's a new
Right,
one.
yeah,
Okay.
well, so they had me. Well, I kind of sort of got to pick what I did there. I did like a whole like recap video, and that's the one that I showed you guys.
Well, what we'll do
But
is
then
we'll
I
play it on
posted like
Wednesday.
little clips from
Okay.
like just like different things around from darkness, and one of them, I don't know how it got into the algorithm so perfectly, but it blew up and it just keeps going and going and going.
Wow, that's
Like-
Oh, I
amazing.
might be able to find it. It's on Instagram.
Yep, Nikki Serenity Artist. It's
Okay.
So
just like
I'll
it's
let you
like
guys
an
keep talking, I'll
8-second
find it.
Clip. It's so silly.
So it was the short. So it was the 8-second clip that
Yeah.
just went crazy.
And
Just caught the perfect moment.
I think it's because I put a little bit of humor into it.
Isn't that funny
Like,
how?
kind of dark humor too, a little bit.
Yeah, isn't that funny how something like that happens? How you just wonder what's going to be that moment that's just going to
you
pop
never know.
that.
You really never know.
We have Olive, our bulldog, which of course my children's book, and we did a video of Gordon dancing with Olive, and it's not at 8 point, but for us, 30,000 people seeing her dancing, with him.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not your big, like you're talking about, but it is crazy, like how you can have these videos and then it just boom,
Well,
it
my
goes.
first, well, I guess technically first viral video, I had one that got like 300,000, and I thought that was amazing.
Yeah.
And that was of a cat. That was like my boyfriend's cat. And then we had a Ring video that I put on TikTok of his newer cat, and that got 4.3 million views. And that was like huge for me at the time. And now this one's almost up to like 9 million. And I'm like,
Wow.
what is going on?
So when it works as influencer, you have these millions of views. Doesn't necessarily mean everybody has to go in and like it, right? Like's not the thing. It's the views. It's people saying, because not everybody likes everything they look at.
Right.
We don't always have time to click that like, but that view is so important.
Oh yeah.
So, with you, you're modeling. So you're doing modeling. You're doing you're an influencer. And I know that you've kind of talked about, because I asked, you kind of have your past, things that you've gone through, and you're moving forward in the arena of beauty and influencing and who likes you and who's watching you. And sometimes that can be a difficult place to be physically and mentally at the same time, but you're doing it. Can you talk a little bit about yourself? And that basically, I feel like when we talked, what you wanted to say was that it doesn't matter what happens to you and what you go through in life, you can still make it.
Oh yeah.
And still live your dream.
Yeah, I went through some like crazy, like really bad depression and anxiety from like the age of 11. Self-harm, self-hatred, some bullying, like just a really, really bad place at a young age. And like I had a really bad, like my first romantic relationship in my teenage years turned really bad, and it turned into a whole thing of like neglect and even like being homeless across the country when I was 17 and I had to like stay in a homeless shelter and stuff. Like it's a whole story, just like all this crazy stuff happened. But
Wow.
I use that story to like I'll give you an example. I auditioned for a modeling reality show here in St. Louis, and I used that story when I was auditioning, and then I got on the show, and I ended up winning that season. So I'm
Wow.
like,
You're like
well,
Kelly
something
Clarkson.
good came out of that.
Kelly
you know?
Clarkson was living in her car as a young girl your age, you know.
That's true.
And
That's
she,
true.
you know, went through very, very difficult times. And, you know, look at her now. And, you know, to think you're so, I mean, you're still so young. So to think that you had to be homeless and I mean, that's just I can't imagine my daughters, you know, in that position or someone that I know. And that has to
Yeah,
be
it's
such a,
crazy. It's
yeah,
crazy.
yeah. But you know what? You are a survivor and you're still building your life right now, not being in fear. So what do you think, what you probably had maybe some mentors, what happened along the way that got you out of a shelter, that got you to where you are, that maybe, you know, young girls, I think it would be amazing if you could, you know, get to high schools and get to places to speak to young girls, you know, to let them know, because there's a lot of kids out there that are suffering and going through things.
Yeah, and I love using like things I've been through to help people who might be going through the same thing or something similar. I mean, my situation was kind of weird. I was just like visiting across the country because it was a long distance relationship. So luckily there was like an out to that. Like I got to go back home after a while, but there was also like a lot of emotional abuse in that situation too. And that really stuck with me for a long time, like the things that person said to me and like the
Sure.
way it made me feel about myself. And even like now I have chronic pain 11 years later. Yeah, something like 11 years later. And I think it was from like that torment of like going through all that. Because emotional trauma can
Very much.
translate to physical pain too.
Absolutely. It can sometimes
So
be worse.
yeah.
A bruise can heal, but the
Yeah.
mental is so strong and debilitating. So did you receive counseling, or do you get counseling? Are you doing anything further to keep growing?
Like I went through when I was like 22, I went through this big like self-improvement phase, and well like over the years I slowly got more like confident. Like I got my first job, I was like going to college. I actually had friends for what felt like the first time. So like all these things were just helping me kind of come out of my shell and be a little bit more confident. And then I was like 22 when I went through this big like self-improvement phase, and I had dealt with depression like really bad for like 11 years, and I got to the point I was so tired of it. I was like, I'll do whatever it takes to just get out of this. So I found God. I started like studying how to rewire your brain. So I literally like was like constantly thinking about what I was thinking about because my brain was so stuck on like being negative all the time. So I had to learn how to rewire that. I was like,
And you can, which is amazing, right?
and it what's crazy is it worked so much faster than I thought it would. Like I thought it was going to be a really long battle, like going through that process. But
Sure.
it happened pretty fast, and I was like, wait, I don't have depression anymore. What?
Well,
I think
manipulation.
God had something to do with that. If
Oh,
you
yeah.
talk to me about it, God's going to make things happen
Oh yeah.
faster and quicker.
I
He's going to
agree.
make a way for you to see things that you never saw before.
Mhm.
And he's also going to create a way for you to see yourself that the way you never saw yourself before.
That's very
Because he's
true.
looking at you, he's making you see yourself through his eyes.
Very true.
Yeah.
Very true.
So with that now, I mean, you've really worked on yourself at a very young age, which is amazing. I think that young girls need to hear and know that there are possibilities, there's ways to get out of situations and that. So how do you keep yourself motivated, inspired? Because being in a world of influencing, being in a world of modeling, those can be sensitive situations, because you're putting yourself out there. You get compared to, it's how many views you live in this world of how many views am I going to get? How many likes am I going to get? That can be hard on the mind and the body. How do you work with that?
I think I'm just kind of crazy. So I keep going and going and going.
It
And
fuels you.
if I feel like I'm not getting enough views or whatever, I'm like, well, let me do something better.
Let me try something else.
Yeah. And
So you're not hard on yourself if something doesn't
no.
boom or something the way you think it should.
Sometimes I'm hard on myself. It depends on the situation, but as far as like that stuff goes, some of it I just know is kind of out of my control. Like people are gonna like what they like or interact with what they want. So the best I can do is like try to learn like what works and what doesn't, and figure out a way to fit into that.
What's your favorite of all the things that you do? What do you love doing? Get out there the most?
The influencer events are really fun. Because I also love networking with other influencers. I love, as far as like the modeling goes, editorial type posing, like the really dramatic, dynamic.
Did you have any of those?
Of the what?
Did you have any of Nikki's work that?
I found is it Nikki Serenity Artist?
Oh, that's my Instagram. Yep.
You have got some great, very photogenic,
Thank
some
you.
great photos in that on there.
I think the viral one we were talking about is at the top. Yeah, that middle one, because I pinned it right there. Yeah.
Okay.
So if you play it, you'll be able to.
Is like 8.3 million views.
That's just
might be more
crazy. Just shows you how many of us out there on our phones and on Instagram and getting crazy. What
Warning
would you?
to everyone, it's fake blood, by the way. It's from the it's from the haunted house.
It's fake blood. So
fake weapon too.
What do you want to say to young girls out there and people that to allow them to get motivated, to be inspired, or to get out of the world of depression? What do you want to say to them that could inspire, help them?
I always like to say, like, no matter how bad of a place you're in, and it might really, really feel like there's no way out, there is. I thought there was like almost no way I could get through some of that stuff, and now look at me, I'm like doing all this cool stuff and like modeling and influencing and like working with celebrities. Like I was on Dr. Phil. Like when I was younger, if you would have told me all that stuff was gonna happen, I would have been like, that's not me. But yeah, it is apparently. So
yeah.
But yeah, you can get through anything no matter how it feels right now.
Were you suicidal at all in your depression? That's what's terrifying. It's bad enough to be depressed, but it's terrifying to think of being so young and maybe not want to be here, let people know, wait a day. I mean, try to, because it happens so quickly, that thought. And to think that you wouldn't be here talking to us right now if you would have taken that move. There's no reason to leave this place. Voluntarily. You need to stay here. You need to get that hope that you need to have. Were you able to get that? Well, let's see it. Here we go. Oh, we don't have any sound on it though.
The sound isn't too important. It's just
it's the blood and gore, right? Oh my gosh. That's going to take some counseling. And that did it. Oh my gosh.
I think part of it is that I captioned it, right there. And then I was just like, just do it right there.
That is like the worst thing I hate at a haunted house or a haunted. I hate when they come after you with the chainsaws. Because you just feel like it's that one time that's real. It's that one time they forgot to get the fake one out and it has the chain on it.
I know,
and they trip and they fall, and it goes on the top. Those are the things that go through my mind. But they don't really have chains on those, right?
No, but you know what? I told you the story of this. This happened to me one time for Halloween. My kids were really little. We went to Keishi's haunted house, and it was down on the landing. And we're in the building and we're walking and the kids are ahead of me and they're going and the guy jumped out in front of me. He didn't see me. He jumped behind my kids, and when did the chainsaw thing.
To you.
No, to my kids. So he
Oh,
he
yeah.
jumped out
So
in
this
front of
one.
me. I'm like here, my kids are up there. He jumped out like in front of me, didn't see me, but he's scaring the kids, and he turned around laughing, and I went like that, and he jumped about a foot off the ground. We both started laughing because I scared him. It was pretty
The
funny.
person that's working
I'm
there.
gonna take some tips from you because in a couple days I'm actually doing a job where I'm gonna be a scare actor.
You
Oh,
are.
Melissa.
Awesome.
Where will you be? What at an event?
Yeah, I don't know where it's gonna be.
Do you know what you're going to be?
No, she just called me about it today. So
How
it's kind
fun.
of a last minute gig, but I'm like, heck yeah, I'll do that.
I'll be there. Well, so where can everybody find you, Nikki? I know we're gonna have fun with you, bringing some things that are happening in the city that you're influencing for that we'll be able to share. What if people want to see where you've been and what's going on in Nikki's world? Where would they go?
So I'm Nikki Serenity on all social media. Instagram is Nikki Serenity Artist. I have a Facebook fan page, Nikki Serenity, or facebook.com/Nikki Serenity ST. But I'm on pretty much all social media. So if you just look up Nikki Serenity, you should find me on
That's your real name. That's
Maybe.
really great.
Maybe.
Perfect.
Maybe.
They're perfect stage name, maybe.
Thank you.
Well, I love it. Keep shining,
Thank
keep
you.
growing,
You
know
too.
how valuable you are. So glad that you are able to realize how important you are, and now you're sharing your soul and beauty with everyone else. So we appreciate you coming in here to the In Your City show, and we look forward to you sharing more fun things as well. So.
Me too.
Well, here we go. It's already an hour has passed by, but don't worry, we'll be back again with another fun show. And throughout this week, we'll be kind of wrapping up some things here at the Lou Information Station and sharing the In Your City show with you all and bringing you some great guests until we say goodbye.
Yeah.
So until then, you say it with us. We always let everybody know. Have a beautiful evening. Don't waste a minute. And as always, cheers.
Cheers.